hearts across the world have broken into pieces as Jennifer Lopez has filed for divorce from husband Ben Affleck. Bennifer rekindled their romance in 2021 after splitting up in 2004, and it's been a real shock, hasn't it, Brenda? The sincerity has moved me.
It has. Yeah, it's really sad.
Say what you really think.
Look, it's always sad when relationships don't work out. That's a given. But, you know, when they broke up the first time, I think Jennifer was blaming the media and the intrusion for the breakup. So when you get together back again, why do you do an album and make it all so public, and then you do this big documentary? What's the documentary called? Never Say Never? Or something? Yeah. Never Say Never, the story never told. They should not have told it. I think they should have just... No, I just think that they should have...
So the second time round, they should have kept it private?
They should have kept their relationship to themselves and nurture it, work on what went wrong if they hadn't resolved those issues first, and then just enjoy each other's company rather than just putting out this big thing, because once you put out that big thing, you can't take that back, and everybody is open... They're called Bennifer for crying out loud. It's like...
You nearly swore then.
Well, I didn't know, did I? I didn't know. But do you know what I mean? So I just think that if they had just kept that time to themselves and enjoyed each other, rather than just putting it out so publicly for everybody now to be able to say their thing. Yeah, exactly.
I'm really sad about it. I wanted them to work. I thought they were going to make it work. If you think about it, as we are 4 divorcees on a panel, it just shows how difficult it is. And they say that it's over half the amount of marriages now that work out because they're just... It's not even 1 in 2 anymore. And if you look at blended families, it's 70% of blended families don't make it. So they're a blended family. I'm part of a blended family, so I've got a vested interest. I want to know that they make it. And I think that they did put their families out there, and it was really joyous to see. They had their families blending together, and they were just making it work, and that's her life. We've only ever known J-Lo, so of course that's all she's going to be able to write about, sing about, speak about. That's how we know them, and I think she's getting a really hard time because she's successful and she's beautiful. She's still going to be hurting.
Yeah, and when I saw them in the last few things I've seen them in on red carpet.
We're Team Bennifer, aren't we?
Well, yeah, we are, except I have to say that she always, to me, always looks like she adored him.
Right.
And
you don't think he likes her back?
This last year, I've thought he looks at her like she's really getting on his nerves. No, like she was looking at him, and then there was times when you just looked at her and I thought, oh, I think it's over for him. Like, I really felt it. And I felt really sad for her because she constantly looked like she'd go for his hand and, you know, she'd look up at him for the photographers.
But then that just illustrates it. You know, even Jennifer Lopez is not impervious to heartbreak. She's got fame and money and good fortune and everything else and looks, and even she's not impervious to it.
Yeah.
So I think it's really sad.
I think it's sad when anyone splits up.
I want them to work.
I'm not really bothered. I'm not losing sleep over it.
Yeah,
but I think it's sad.
Yeah, it is sad. It is sad. You know, it's not nice when people break up because there are children involved. There's lots of interweaving that goes on behind the scenes that we're not aware of. But I am not that. But I'm not in that relationship. I don't know what happened. You know, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors, and you know, I just kind of want to leave them to get on with it because it's a difficult time. Whatever's going to happen, you know, with divorce, it's going to be difficult. So
do you
I kind
think
of
as
want to
well,
just let them get on with it?
It very rarely, it seems, works when people get back together. So they've been together, they've got divorced, few years gone, and then they get back together. Do you agree? Like, do you think it works?
If the problems that were there before are still there when you get back, it's not going to work. You have to have that communication. That's what I personally think.
Also, I think that, you know, you get asked, well, why do people divorce or why can't they stick it out? You know, that seems to be something that a lot of people think go the distance. But actually, if you're not aligned, if you're not growing at the same rate, you're not communicating, that really is key, then it's very difficult if one person's putting all the effort in. In this case, we think it's J-Lo.
Yeah.
And on the other side, you know, nothing. That's impossible. You can't have a relationship with yourself.
I got a statistic from a divorce mediator, actually, and it says only 1 in 3 couples that go for divorce mediation go through with it. Go through with the divorce.
So that's 2 that don't go through with it.
1 in 3 couples that go for mediation go through with it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 2. So 2
of the 3 that she sees do continue with the divorce. So it's high. It's really high.
But I think you're right about the communication thing as well, you know, and I think when you get, you know, when you get to a part in your divorce, you know, like with me and Ray, there was no one else involved. It was nothing to do with that. It's what you said. We just got to a part where Kira was grown up and we just went that way because she was our glue initially. And we're still best friends now, but we were never going to work as a couple then. And you can either, at my age, go, well, do you know what, let's just settle. You know, we can just settle. We get on fine. But I don't think anyone needs to settle.
Well, you're talking about settling. There's this big divorce that's playing out in public, and some of the first things people are saying is prenup. It's like, I'm sorry, but prenup, why is that the most important thing that's coming out of this sad breakup of this relationship? It just goes to show how, you know, you need to, like I said, just keep some things private to yourself.
I worry about the PR around the concept of marriage. Obviously, I advocate marriage. I'm a Christian. I don't, you know, I believe that marriage is a sanctity and a unity that has to be respected and revered. But at the same time, I think marriage, in terms of itself as a concept, has just been given such a bad PR spin. It's like this, if it's not a fairy tale, if it's not Cinderella-like, if he's not my hero, he's not riding in on a white horse, if he's not buying me this... Well, it's just a shame that we have this concept of what marriage is. Marriage should be whatever it is between those 2 people.
Well, we've got 30 seconds now, quickly, and I know Ben and Jennifer are watching. They always watch. Pieces of advice, because we've all been through it, very quickly. 20 seconds, you've got 5 seconds each.
I would say before you, you know, knock it on the head, give each other some space.
Yeah.
Communication is key, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Check in on each other. It's very easy just to get caught up in just doing diaries and childcare, but check in on each other.
Oh, and I haven't got time to give you mine. Phone me.